The Falmouth Commodores are on the road over the bridge as they take on the Wareham Gatemen, winners of 2 straight contests entering today. The Falmouth Commodores, on the other hand, fell to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks last night with a final score of 4-3 via a walk-off wild pitch. The Falmouth Commodores look to get back into the win column today against a Wareham Gatemen team that has been coming alive these past couple of days. Hi, everybody. We welcome you to today's edition of Opening the Door, alongside Carter Bainbridge, today's color commentator, and Trey Redfield, today's play-by-play broadcaster. Logan Soforenko with you. And Trey, let's jump right into things. The Falmouth Commodores had some things going last night with the home run ball, but fell apart in the end of the game.
Yeah, the home run balls were great. You know, back-to-back shots in the fourth. Carter's going to talk about that here in a second, but then everything just went downhill from the 8th inning on. There was a single given up by Anthony DeFabia in center field, and Andrew Pickney couldn't corral it. Ball rolled all the way to the fence. That tied up the game. And then it was Jake Peppers that came into the 9th. He gave up a lead-off walk, and then he balked, moving a couple runners over from second to third. And then there was a wild pitch that sailed over Jacob Cozart's head, stuck in the net. And that was all she wrote. The struggle is continuing for Falmouth.
The defensive errors playing late in the game last night, but we did see some life and a little bit of promise with Braden Taylor and Colby Halter hitting back-to-back solo home runs in the top of the 4th inning. But Wareham also got their first home run last night, so perhaps some life heading into today all around the Cape.
Yeah, the Commodores finally got an element of their offense back that they've been sorely missing so far this year. And that was some slugging power from Halter and Taylor with those back-to-back home runs. But it just continued a troubling trend for the Dore offense that we've seen a couple different times so far this season, where they do all their damage in one inning and then go quiet the rest of the game. So this Commodore team still looking for consistency on the offensive end, and they're going to have to do it against a Wareham Gatemen team that has done a lot of scoring in their last couple matchups, 15 combined runs over their past 2 games, and their bats coming to life as well, as you said.
We like to talk about the theme of it being a new day, a new game, and that's the beauty of essentially playing 6 games a week. And Trey, with that comes a new pitching matchup, and today's pitcher for the Wareham Gatemen has got something going for him.
Yeah, it's Luke Beneke. He comes out of Lafayette, has already appeared in a game this season. He struggled with the Leopards this year in the Patriot League. His record, 1-10 with an ERA over 4. So for Beneke, it's a great opportunity for him to bounce back. But for the Commodores, like I've been saying in the past couple of opening the doors, is to get it going with the bats. They see that record, they realize, hey, we can take advantage of this guy. Falmouth can do that tonight.
And they got to take advantage of the starting pitchers a little bit sooner, because last night, up until the Colby Halter home run, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks starting pitcher had a perfect game going. And we talk about Beneke, obviously, we're going to say throughout the entire season, being on the Cape, we're here for a reason. The players are going to work on their stuff. Perhaps the record doesn't necessarily reflect how they've been pitching, and they want to lower that ERA and play around with their arsenal. And with that comes the starting pitcher for the Falmouth Commodores, who we haven't seen since Monday against Cotuit, Ike Buxton.
The Commodores have released a couple pitchers since the first couple games of the season, but Buxton not among them. He impressed in his debut back against Cotuit, pitched an inning in relief, did allow a run. He had a balk in that inning with the bases loaded. That was his key mistake. So for him today, especially against the Gatemen lineup that has some pop, has some guys who can swing it, he's going to have to keep his composure today, keep his stuff going, keep it down. And I think if he does that, he'll have some success today. The ball doesn't look like it's going to carry today either. So that's an advantage not only for Buxton, but for Beneke as well.
Of course, we said that yesterday in opening the door, and look what happened. But then you talk about the way Buxton was pitching. The Wareham Gatemen off to a very impressive start. They're coming off a win against the defending champs last night in the Brewster Whitecaps. And then Trey, the Falmouth Commodores 1-4 coming into today. They're looking for their second win. Trey's takes. What are the takes and keys for today?
It's really one key, and it's very simple. Get the ball in play. It's really, really simple as that. You're not going to win ball games if you're only putting 3 runs up on the scoreboard. I mean, 5-4, and that win against Chatham was great, but sometimes even putting 5 up is not going to be the most prettiest of things. Everyone's got to get involved. People got to find ways to get on base. Keep getting those full counts. If you strike out, so what? If you drop ball 4, that's great. You're getting something going. You're getting guys on base. Sometimes it's as simple as Moneyball and Billy Beane saying it with the Oakland A's in 2002. Just get guys on base. You bring them around, they score, and life is easy.
A couple of new guys throughout the week have been joining the Falmouth offense, but It should be a fun one tonight. A little overcast just like it was yesterday, but we had some great conditions for the actual ball game come first pitch. It's the Falmouth Commodores and the Wareham Gatemen right here. And you can tune in to the Falmouth Commodores radio broadcast on the Falmouth Commodores YouTube channel. And we'll see you for first pitch alongside Trey Redfield doing our play-by-play tonight and Carter Bainbridge doing our color. I'm Logan Soforenko signing off for now.